Welcome to Pikmin. This is my next Let's Play. Now, I'm playing this on the GameCube version. This came out on the GameCube and also the Wii with Wii motion controls and all that good stuff. And it's also available on the Wii eShop, or the Wii U eShop, excuse me. And that's just the Wii version. So if you want to play that, that's probably the best way to play this. I'm choosing to play this on the GameCube version, though, because, well, that's what I have. Okay, so there's not much to it. Let's just get started. Space. Olimar! It's a meteor! What's the meteor gonna do? There's also the ship again. Oh no! The meteor crashed into the ship! Ship's going down. It's going down fast and hot and hard. There it goes, just crashing down to the planet. Kaboom! The impact site. Oh no, the ship's destroyed. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate the planet's environment contains high level of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no. Better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. Okay, so you move with the control stick, obviously, and... this is awful. This is so unfortunate. To start this journey off like this with a broken down ship, that's just awful. Well, I guess we'd better investigate. Hello! It's a red thing, and it spit out another red thing. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. Then it dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. What's going on? Hello? Hello, thing? That's in the ground? The seed that the onion dropped took root as in the soil and now produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light and it sways back and forth without the benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. Pop. Hello, little guy. You have an adorable little nose, I notice. Extraordinary! When I plucked this sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick brand of carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and I will call it to my side with B. perhaps it will react to C and X as well. The following controls appear to allow me several viewpoints. L, rotate camera, hold to follow the cursor. R to zoom in and out. Z to change angle. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Throw. So yeah, this is a very good game. I like it. Now, the controls differ if you're playing on the Wii version because that allows you to use motion controls for the aiming with the cursor, and that's actually pretty useful. Okay, let's throw you at that thing that you just knocked down. Oh, 2 more things appeared. Astonishing! The onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. And also throw. Pop. Now, if you throw the Pikmin at the bulb directly, then it'll knock it down immediately, and you can just grab it. But if you do not do that, and you just throw it at the stem of the flower itself, then it'll take time to knock down the flower. Now, I believe that's all I need to really say, because honestly, this game is simple. It's fairly simple anyways. Now, you can't, like the controls were saying, you can adjust it to have different angles. Honestly, this is probably the best angle because you get to see a lot of the area, but you also, you can also see yourself. So I'll probably have it in this camera angle the most. Now you need the amount that is written on the thing, like okay, so the bottom number that is above the thing that they're carrying, that's the least amount of Pikmin that you need to carry the thing that they're carrying. Now, because this box over here has the number 10 on it, you need 10 Pikmin to be able to move that. Oh, it's the top number that you need. My bad. Okay. So yeah, you need that number of Pikmin to be able to move things. It's been a little while since I've played this, but I do remember certain things. So if I get small details wrong, then I apologize. But I do remember most of the game fairly well. Move the box, my little underlings. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of the Pikmin conduct. Approach and press with A to pick the sprouts, press A to grab, release throw, press B to call them, X to dismiss, C to command, and control the group. L, R, and Z controls perspective. I shall record all of this in my computer. I can press Y to access the computer. And obviously, if you're playing this on the Wii, then it'll show all the Wii controls in the tutorial and stuff. I'm in the box. It's a good little box. Okay. So, this is the engine. Amazing! There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get back to the dolphin? Well, like this. Except we do not have enough Pikmin, so we need to farm more Pikmin. Come here, little children. We have things to grab, like this. And that thing up there. And this thing. Where are the rest of the Pikmin? Are they stuck down there? Okay, 2 are carrying that one over there. Oh, yeah, there was one still stuck down there. Okay. Come here. And throw. Okay, so there is something I have neglected to mention, but it just has not come into play yet. So when the Pikmin bring things to their onion, they're in the ground first, but if you leave them in the ground for long enough, they should sprout. They should sprout into different forms. So if I leave these Pikmin in the ground long enough, they'll start to sprout buds and then flowers. And leaving them in the ground to sprout buds and flowers, that actually helps them very much. It makes them faster, and I believe it makes them more powerful? I'm not certain about that part. I cannot remember. I know it definitely makes them faster. Okay, so we have all of our Pikmin back with us, but I think we can get more. So while they're sprouting into buds, let's see if we can find more pellets. Although I do not think there are any. There may be more in the first area, though. So let's check that out quickly. Yeah, they're just real slow right now because they're just leaf Pikmin right now. So if you can, you will want to sprout them into buds as soon as possible, because that will be very helpful. Oh, there's another flower over there. Okay, hang on. Let's just grab these pellets before we go and grab that one flower. Oh, there's nothing up here. Well, that's just unfortunate then. Okay, now I saw from a distance that there was a flower over here. Yes. Let's grab that. Aha! Now, obviously, the more Pikmin that are carrying a thing, the faster it is being carried. So you want as many Pikmin carrying things as possible. But time management is also a factor that is not coming into play yet. Okay, so you see that this one is a bud. When many Pikmin sprout at once... Yeah. When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. I guess I'll try to get it done all at once by repeatedly tapping A until I pick all the Pikmin from the ground. I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they must be filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue that gives them a dim glow. Pay close attention to these differences. Oh, paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. So, you notice that the bud Pikmin is moving much faster than the leaves. That is just basically what I was saying earlier, where the bud and flower Pikmin are just much faster with running and also completing tasks. Hey, no, I was trying to pluck all the Pikmin. But no, you were just rushing into my hand. And now we have more buds, but that will help, just not a lot, not as much as they could be helping as if they were all flower Pikmin. So let's bring this engine over to the ship. Now are we missing a Pikmin? We should not be. Unless I left it at the onion. Oh, yeah, there you are. Hey, get over here. So, the max amount of Pikmin that you can get on this first day is 25. That is the absolute max. There is no way to increase that anymore. And you need a minimum of 20 to carry the engine over to the ship. Now, come on, little guys, you can do it. But yeah, see how slow this is with just leaves? Well, mostly leaves. You'll want to leave the Pikmin in the ground for as long as possible to make as many of them buds as you can. And now that the engine has been brought to the ship is actually repairing itself, which is very neat. And very handy as well. Oh, glorious! With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn brightly. But what has become of the remaining ship parts? That search starts tomorrow. And now that the day is done, the Pikmin run to their onion. And we also rush to our ship. And so we take off from the planet. For now. One day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the dolphin, but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface. Or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hawkatate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How will I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I shall name it the Forest of Hope. I explore it tomorrow. And this results screen will probably be the same, regardless of anything you do on this first day. So, let's move on now. Yeah, save, sure. And now, we can go to the Forest of Hope. Now, we can go back to the impact site, but there's nothing there after you lift off for the first time. So, you're pretty much forced to go to the Forest of Hope. But we will be doing that next time. Now, I'm going to be splitting these parts into 1 day per episode. I'll try to do that, but if I have a shorter episode, then I might try to squeeze 2 days into one. But for this first one, this is it. I'll see you next time for the Forest of Hope.